Hello friend, welcome back. Finally, SelectorsHub 5.0 release is live now. It will be supported on Chrome browser right now from version 1.14 onwards. So please make sure that your Chrome browser is the latest one and you are trying to use this on Chrome browser, because a couple of APIs which we have used in uh, 5.0 which are not supported by other browsers. So let's see which all amazing features it has which can help you guys to improve your productivity and make a better use of SelectorsHub while doing the automation testing, writing automation scripts and all. So the very first amazing change is the new feature is open SH tab in one click. So you see that today we have to, like, you guys have to face a lot of challenges, like you have to right click on inspect, and then here you open SelectorsHub Pro, and many a times you don't able to see that, so you have to click double arrow here and then SelectorsHub Pro, like this you open. But going forward you will not have to do that. You just click on the SelectorsHub Pro logo here and it will open like this. So this is the amazing SelectorsHub 5.0. It has like complete new UI and other stuff that we will discuss. So this is how you can open SelectorsHub Pro now just in one click. Isn't it amazing? No more right click, opening dev tools and then going to find it out there. Next one is you can open even this tab through keyboard key as well. Like you need not to every time move your mouse here, because many testers and developers generally prefer keyboard shortcuts. So we do a lot of things through keyboard. So if you're on using Mac, then Command Shift S you press and it will open. If you are on again you press it to close, Command Shift S to close it, Command Shift S to open it. If you are using Mac, then Control Shift S, just press that and it will open like this. One more thing before we go further, if you face any challenges after updating it to 5.0 for SelectorsHub Pro version, then please restart your browser. Also there could be a chance that it might not like keyboard shortcut might not work for your browser immediately. So what you have to do, just right click here and click on manage extension here, and here there you see that 3 horizontal lines beside Chrome logo. Click on this, here keyboard shortcuts, scroll down, find out SelectorsHub Pro here. So you see that here command this is Shift Command S, this is for Mac I'm showing. So if it is Windows, that same way you just click on edit button and here you press same keys which you want to set as a shortcut to open that tab. In fact, like if you want to set something else, Command Shift S or something else, that also you can change. So here you press Shift Command S. Now my key is set. If I will go here anywhere and press Command Shift S, it will open. So if you face challenge that your keyboard shortcuts are not working, so what you have to do, just right click on extension, click on manage extension, click on these 3 horizontal lines, here keyboard shortcuts, find out SelectorsHub Pro here and click on edit. Now here you have to just press those keys together which you want to set as shortcut. Okay, make sure that you set at least 3 keys like Command Shift or Control Shift and 1 key like as or whatever. So for an example, let's say in place of S I want to set something else. Let's say I want to set M. So Command Shift M I pressed. Now if I will go here in any tab and press Command Shift M, it will open. Okay, so you can basically reset this if you want to change the keyboard shortcut. So that's a small setting. Now you will see that it will help you guys to see the element property. Earlier what was happening here, like let me show you with the default thing. Like okay, let me just go here on a practice page. So here suppose you have this SelectorsHub Pro. So what used to happen, like let's say you inspect any element which is inside Shadow DOM. So you inspect from here, or just like let's say you are inspecting this. So you click here and that's where it used to show this in Shadow DOM and all those stuff. But now here our inspector is going to support Now earlier also, this is also another great feature that SelectorsHub own inspector is supporting shadow DOM, iframe. Now you would be able to inspect those elements as well which are inside shadow DOM, inside iframe, etc. As well as it will highlight the tooltip here itself. You need not to even click on that. So how? You use SelectorsHub inspector like this, and now you move your mouse and it will show you right here. You see that this tooltip, this element is inside shadow DOM. So not even without even inspecting the element, you will get to know. You need not to click, you just keep moving your mouse here and there, and it will keep telling you the property. Like it is telling that can't inspect elements inside closed shadow DOM. If any element is like, let's say SVG or any specific property that element will be having, it will tell you right there, like this is SVG element. Okay, so this way you will be getting more help from this inspector. Like let's say if any page, any element is inside iframe, then in that case it will support that as well. Like you just inspect, move your mouse, and you see that this tooltip is there. So this is really amazing that you immediately get to know that okay, this element is inside iframe, this is normal and all. So any specific property, it will be highlighted right there. And through SelectorsHub inspector, you would be able to inspect all such kind of elements. And whenever you want to disable this inspector, just right click anywhere and it will be disabled. Now you have the name and ID attribute in the context menu as well. So this is a great feature. So what used to happen, like earlier, let's say many a times it has been recommended and many people suggested that what if like ID and name is available, then why we should use XPath or any other selector. We can directly use them, right? Because they are pretty much unique and very good in performance. So that we have included, and this is the feature which is suggested by Naveen Automation Lab. So big thanks to him for this feature. So you just right click here, and now you will see that in the context menu you have this ID and name. So from right there you can just click on this to copy this value and use it in your code. So now you need not to worry. If there will be ID and name, it will immediately right here, it will show you, and that you can use it in your script. You need not to use XPath and CSS selector for very obvious reason. ID and name are very much unique and have much better performance than other selectors. And if that will not be available, in case of like if ID and name is not available, then in that case it will show you here that ID attribute is not available for this element and name is not available. Whichever will be available, it will show you those particular attributes here. New UI. So now as we are having this feature, so this is the complete new UI which you will be using going forward, because I'm sure like everybody is going to use this way, this tab here. So you just click, once you have opened it, you just keep on switching in any tab, and you have this here, you just start inspecting the element, and here we have our own inspector. So you just inspect this way, and here like lots of other things are there. Like you see that this more intuitive, more better icons are there. We have more detailed UI which will help you to understand okay what it is. Earlier that was just access in the DevTools one. So here, because we have more space, so we have these things more in detail, and all these icons are here. Everything is here which was there earlier, and in fact if you expand it, you will get a better view and more better naming and convention you will get it. We have added tool tips on each and every icons and everywhere, so that you get the better understanding like what it does, what it doesn't do. So that you can see here. And if you want to write your own XPath and CSS selector, so you just inspect any element here and you will find the HTML of that element, because you must be thinking that how we will see the HTML DOM of this particular element for which we want to write XPath and CSS selector. So you just expand it here and you have it here. And anyway, SelectorsHub is a smart editor, so when you will start typing, it will give you the suggestion here in the drop down, so that you can choose from here. So this way you would be able to write your own XPath and CSS selector as well by looking at this HTML of that particular element. So that has been taken care. Rest all features like attribute, code, page object model, all will work as usual what you were using earlier. like page, if you want to generate the page object model, you just click on this and you start inspecting the element. It will be generating the selectors and locators and everything here. And if you want to generate with the code, so you just select it here and it will be appended. If you want to change, so all those things you can do it here and it will be working like charm. So that all things has been taken care and working absolutely fine. Selectors healing feature is there. If you want to verify all of your XPath and selector, just paste it here and it will verify. Debugger is there. So to use the debugger, just a small feature is there, like a small setting will be there which you need to take care. So when you want to click on this, so if you read the tooltip, it says that open DevTools, then click on this debugger icon. So whenever you want to use the debugger, what you have to do, first open the DevTools. You need not to open SelectorsHub Pro here in DevTools, just keep it open and then you click on this debugger icon and it will stop your like any dynamic element or something like that. That's where it will freeze like this. So that that we have added. Then double quote, like if you want to generate selector with double quotes, that feature is there. You can customize the UI. So under customization, lot more features has been added, because you must be thinking, you see that here those toggles are not there, which were there earlier in DevTools version, where you can turn off the auto generator mode, like these toggles. So those toggles are not here. Also, I just wanted to inform you that you see that it is saying waiting for developers DevTools to be closed. SHP side panel doesn't work if SHP is opened in DevTools. So if you have opened it here, then in that case it will not this will not be working. That's like one limitation. So you cannot use SelectorsHub in both the places together. So either you can use it here or you can use it here, and first priority will always be the DevTools one. So if you have opened it here, it will not work here. To make it work here, you need to close this like this and it will immediately work. Okay, so under customization, you have these settings like auto suggest while typing. So this is that toggle, first one. So if you doesn't want these auto suggestion while typing here, in that case what you can do, just go under customize, uncheck this, and now you start typing here and you will see that those auto suggest, you will not get it here. So that is the that toggle has been converted to this checkbox now. If you don't want to see the auto generated selector, this part, then in that case you uncheck this and now it will not show you this auto generated selectors here. Okay, so this is one. If you don't want to see that case insensitive button here, this A here, then in that case that's the button here. You can uncheck this. This is for SS selector. And if you want to see all the selectors in single shot, like here you have to scroll to see all of them, right? What if like you want to see all of them together? In that case you can expand and it will expand that and it will show all of them, and now you need not to scroll. So those settings, all settings are there. And if you want to change the debugger time, that you can change it from here. Then reset button is there. All the like information which you used to see earlier, when you click here, like this you used to click, and that's where you were having some of the icons and important information, that we have put it here in the footer. So you will find it, your profile here, your any of the new tutorial that we will edit here, you will find always the latest tutorial here. And if you need any help, like if you face any issue, you can always reach out to us. If you have any issue, you can raise it here, and you will find the Chrome version here and the SelectorsHub version, you will see it here. So this is the SelectorsHub 5.0 which you are seeing it here. And yeah, access XPath, if you want to generate access XPath, access based XPath, you just click it here and you would be able to generate it. Like let's say I want to generate for courses with respect to ProPlan, so you just inspect both the elements and you see that. So this way you can generate the access based XPath as well. And here you can, like let's say if you are here and you want to save this value in the SelectorsHub, so you just click on this plus icon here, save selector in list, and you will find that value here. If you want to edit this value again, you just click on this or edit or delete. So that's what you can do it there. So all these things are there in SelectorsHub Pro. One amazing feature is that rearrange the order of selectors and selectors here. So let's say you want to like for an example, suppose you have inspected any element and now ID name is here. So generally, like we suggest always that ID and name should be used first and then we go for other selectors. So in that case, now you can drag and drop these rows in whichever position you want to see always your selector. So let's say you always want to see your ID selector always on the top. So in that case, you can keep it here. Name you want, if there will be name, then you want always on top here. So now let's say you are inspecting. So this way basically you can rearrange the order of these auto generated selectors here. So suppose you are inspecting any element, like I'm inspecting this, and now this is, let's say you see that this has name but ID is not there, so name is coming on top. Suppose you inspect any other element which doesn't have these things, name, then whatever attribute will be there, that will come on top, which we have set it here like this. If ID name will not be there, then in that case it will not show here. If that will be there, it will always show you on top. And all these settings, whatever you will be doing, that will be saved here. Like if you, let's say, close this and next time you will open, it will open with your settings. Like now if we inspect, you will see ID and name will come on top. So this way you would be able to generate all these selectors and everything. So this is the SelectorsHub Pro. We will highly recommend all of you that please give it a try to use SelectorsHub Pro on side panel, and rest all the settings and everything is there in the default SelectorsHub Pro what you were using in the dev tool. So if you love that, if you are using that, so you can keep on using there, and all those things are there. All features will be what we have shown it here, that are already there. Here also you can rearrange the row, that you can do. Right click context menu feature is here also, you can save and do everything. So the major focus here in 5.0 is this side panel, and there is no more pain to open the DevTools panel. Selectors are finding out where it is, because that is the most asked question to us in the history of SelectorsHub, that we are not able to find SelectorsHub in DevTools, where it is, how to open it, where we can find it out. So this is SelectorsHub Pro SelectorsHub 5.0 guys, and this is really amazing. I hope you guys will love this and you will enjoy this, and lot more performance improvement, XPath and CSS selector generation has been already done, and lot more things when you will use, you will find that how many things, more things has been done inside. These are the major updates which I just showed you guys, and looking forward to make it more better and better. Few more features are there which we have planned, so soon we will release them, and then we will prepare a separate video for that. So this is SelectorsHub 5.0. Thank you so much.